So in 2022, right now, what I'm working on musically, I'm putting together a project with my A&R to present to like a label. And I have a song coming out with Trinidad James. It's called Without You. So it's already done, but we're working on putting together the visual right now. Okay, so the connection with Trinidad James came about. So I went viral I remixed Chris Brown's Poppin', but I flipped it into like some street type stuff. And I went viral on TikTok and this music blog. And I'm gonna connect it two ways. So right now I'm working on another remix. I remixed Omarion's Icebox the same type of way. And I'm shooting a video next month. But Trinidad James actually reached out to me on his own because he heard Poppin'. So he reached out to me on Instagram. I didn't even think it was real at first. I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, this is fake. But he sent me some voice message. He's like, I like what you're doing. I like your sound. He said, let's exchange numbers. And even if we don't do music, I just want to be able to like give you advice if you need it. So we just started chopping it up since then. He came to Chicago. We had lunch. And then like a couple months later, we put the record together. I'm independent right now. So I got assigned to the A&R so he can A&R my project and we can present to a label. Also my A&R his name is Bun B. He's resided in Atlanta, Georgia. He owns his own like company that signs producers. And his producers have produced for Polo G, NLE Chopper, Young Blue. That's all I can think of right now, but there's other names too, though. I would describe my sound, especially coming from Chicago, first off, as original. I have my own sound. Or you can't really listen to my music and be like, oh, he sound like that person. Yeah, just like a breath of fresh air coming from the city. Because when you listen to Chicago music, we kind of like, ain't no shade, but we kind of like all sound the same, like the drill and all that. Even the melodic things really sound the same. So what I'm excited about as far as my music this year is just really getting it out because I'm sitting on so much unreleased music I've been working on, and I got so many sounds. I got some pop songs, some R&B songs, and it's organic. It's not being forced. It's like it's really me. You understand? And I just want to show that people that Chicago has like this whole different vibe to them and talent because everybody not a drill rapper. This gonna sound crazy with the pandemic. Probably one of the best things that happened to me because I was able to take off with my music that way. Like everything slowed down and went to a standstill. So I was able to insert myself into places I probably wouldn't have been able to get to as fast if everything was still moving like that. So the pandemic actually kind of helped me. It sounds crazy, but the point where I really started taking music like seriously, this is what I was gonna do was like 2020, and it was because I worked damn near every regular job you could think of, restaurant, fast food. I worked in the oil field before in North Dakota with my god brother. So, and music has always been, it's like I always tip my foot in it, but then this ain't working, so I just stopped doing it. But I was like, you know what? I realized I'm not meant to do regular life stuff. Like I'm not a people person. I can't function around regular people 24, like I gotta get up at 7 in the morning, come here. So I was, you know what, I'm gonna just take this music serious. And I just really locked in. And I met my engineer. It's crazy how I met him because we grew up in the same hood, but in different generations. He's older than me, but we from the same block. So when we finally made that connection, we locked in, started making music. Some family issues happened. I lost my grandma because I was really raised by my grandmother. And then I reached out to my mama because I had this thing with my father. We ain't gonna speak on that, and I presented the music to her, and she originally connected me with my cousin who managed me. He wasn't doing anything. And I brought her to Bill. Because Bill reached out to me. And I brought it to her, and I think we should sit down with this guy named Bill. And she was like, okay, let's do it. And so her and Bill really changed my life for real. Bill Crane. And ever since then, they both helped me open up for G Herbo. I did a show at the Fords for Bill. He made a lot of connections happen, so that was a tipping point for real. I also got connected with Breadwinner Greg, which is Gates manager through Bill Crane, and he's actually been involved in everything I've been doing, like huge right now. We had a conversation like 2 weeks ago. He's gonna get involved with my management after he's finished doing some side things, and also prediction wise, I honestly feel like I'm gonna be one of the biggest artists coming from Chicago just because I'm organically different. It's not something I'm trying to do. It's like this is really me, and I really have this sound. So I feel like once the world hear me, and because every time once someone news hear me, they fuck with me. So it's like I know I'm doing something right, because I ain't never had nobody be like, nah, that ain't really you. They be like, oh, that I like that, because it's me. I'm not doing what somebody wanted me to do. Because originally, I want to tell a funny story, music wise. Okay, so I had a cousin. He like 40. He rapped though, but he he wanted me to be a rapper, because I came to him like, bro, I want to do music, but I want to sing. He was like, you want to sing? I was like, yeah. He like, nigga, nah, you ain't singing, nigga, rap. I'm like, why? Everybody and their mama and their grandma rap in Chicago. Why I want to do that? He's like, because you look like a rapper. I'm like, what does that mean, you look like a rapper? He's like, you got tattoos. And I'm like, nigga, I love tattoos. I want to be a tattoo artist at one point in time. I actually drew and designed all my tattoos. If I would have listened, that goes back to being a leader, not a follower. If I would have listened to him and chased the rapping route, I feel like I still would be in this box. And I wouldn't be nowhere, because everybody raps. So yeah, to any kids that's ever gonna see this interview, don't be no follower. Like, whatever you want to do, go do that. Because people try to project their own fears on you, and that's weak. So